Obadiah. Greetings from Montana. What we have here is an ESSE Ironheart, and I am going to load the Firebox. I'm going to show you about how much wood it'll hold. I'm going to give you, some ideas on how to get it to start in case you own an ESSE Ironheart. So when I load a stove, the situation is this with the ESSE is it's got a refractory panel on the top. So when you put your wood in, the first two pieces fit in real easy. If you put in a real tall one, it's as far in as it goes. I don't know if you can see that. So it's hitting on the baffle on the top. So that's the reason we have a extended wood box, and this is why I suggest you get it, because that's as far as that upper piece will fit, because the top of the box is sloped. So that's a drawback. But we have a extended wood box that fits down inside, so now the wood fits down here. Still have an ash pan, so now you can get more than 3 pieces of wood in it, and it's burning down in the coals. The problem with burning wood on a grate is it's really, really hard to get long burns because the coals are not cradled in ash, and that's what insulates them and makes them burn a very long time. So when you're burning wood, it's not efficient to burn it on a grate. You want the coals to be able to get down inside the ashes, and that provides insulation to them, and it makes them just last a whole lot longer. Now, when I light a fire, my little secret is this. These are called burner starters. There's we can order them for you. You can make them yourself. They're paraffin wax in a bag. That's all they are. They give them to me for free, so let me try them out. And because I'm a dealer, I'll tell you what, these things are great. So I probably ought to sell them. But that's what they are. They're a bag with paraffin wax. There's no reason you couldn't make them yourself. As firefighters, we keep these in our pack because if we want to light a fire, here's how you light a fire. Just like that. You just take that puppy. Now, here comes the other issue, is your draft. I'm going to see what we got for draft here as this thing lights off. One of the things you need to understand is if you haven't used a stove, chances are you're really not going to have much draft. You're going to have probably a cold air envelope in your stove. And so basically cold air comes down, hot air rises. Depending on how warm it is in your stove is going to depend on whether or not the air in the pipe is going up or down. Now, the ESSE has a couple real cool features, and we can see there's smoke coming out right now out of the front of it. So that kind of tells me I know I ain't got any draft. So this is what I normally do before I light the stove, but I'm doing it this way just to show you guys something. Now, you can see the smoke coming up. What do? As you see the smoke coming out, there, right here, you can see that's the base of the chimney. And you can see there's smoke coming out of it. And I'm trying to demonstrate to you there's a reason why. The reason is not enough heat. You hold that right there for a minute, just enough to overcome that blockage that's in there. It's like the air kind of becomes stagnant. As the chimney heats up, it creates vacuum. And when it starts creating vacuum, it will start drawing. And the drawing is called draft. Draft creates vacuum. Vacuum is what sucks the smoke up the chimney. As you can see, we got a good draft going. How do I do it? my torch. I don't use newspaper on a stove. Newspaper creates a lot of ash. So to me, one of these, and we're good to go. And if you got some paraffin wax, put it in, you know, something, and you can take acorns, dip them in paraffin wax, and use those, and break them apart. But you don't need much to start a fire. Now with an ESSE, you've got an ash door. So all you got to do is just crack your ash door, and then you kind of just make sure that your dampers are all open. And with the ESSE, there's a upper damper in the pipe where you can shut it off. And then there's this little plate with some insulation on it to help hold the heat in the bottom base of the chimney. And then you have a cast iron thing here that sits over. A lot of old time stoves used to have these. And also you can clean your chimney from the top down as well and shut this and then vacuum the stuff out. So, you know, if you can, close that off the best you can because you don't want all that stuff going down in there. So here's your damper assembly, and it fits in there. You just crack that open. You can actually feel the air drafting in there. It's pretty amazing. That's the vacuum. That's what makes this work.